Thank you very much for having you here today.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Yeah,
It feels like it's going to be an exciting one.
yeah, thank you very much for blessing us with your presence. Yeah, thanks. We're just here talking about. I've been working on an album, which is a Zamrock album, and then I was thinking on. Just remembered the time you and me spoke 7 years ago.
Yes.
We spoke about
2015.
2015. You know?
Yeah, 2015, 16, somewhere there.
Exactly, when we were touring the country. Yes, so about me doing the Wala Wala song. And then this was the right time for me. I said, this is now the right time for me to work on the song. And then as promised, we did the song. So then I thought of this. I said, no, I think I need to learn to know more. Though I had time, I never told you. I had my time to dig into the song, to learn on the song, but I feel like, and me and the people, we need to learn more about that song. Yes. So
most definitely.
Can you tell us how the whole idea came about?
Okay, so before I get into how the whole idea came about, I think it's important to establish the meaning of the word wala.
Yes.
Or wala wala.
Exactly.
So wala wala is colloquial, or it's an informal way of saying nothing. So for example, Saranda, when I got to that, then you say, wala wala. Yeah, so wala means nothing. There's just nothing. So you know how as copper belt people we like to say one word like twice just to emphasize.
Yes.
Yeah, achana po best. Yeah, laka zona.
Just to make it.
Yeah, laka na got to do that. Yeah, wala. Yeah, but otherwise we know. So that's how come we are fond of the word wala wala.
Yeah.
So Wala Wala as a song generally is a song that speaks to a situation where, when we're being brought up in society, we are encouraged to be law-abiding citizens.
Yes.
We are encouraged to do things the conventional way.
Yes.
Go to school, go to church.
Yeah.
After you finish school, get a job,
yes.
start up a family, and take care of your family. So that is the norm. So now there comes a time when someone has been like following the rules of the game. Someone is a law-abiding citizen.
Yes.
They've adhered to whatever rules society has set, but things don't add up in the end. You don't get the life that you were promised when they told you to say, when you go to school.
Yes.
Actually, when you go to school, this is the lifestyle that you're going to be living. So you go to school, get good grades, get good papers, and then in the end, wala, it all comes to nothing. You're still struggling to make ends meet, still struggling to take care of your family. When you go to school, you'll be able to take care of the family. So you have like a moment of honesty. So you sit down questioning the authority and questioning God, who's like the supreme authority. So questioning God to say, but God, I've been good.
Yes.
I believe I've been doing right. I've been I'm 10 commandments na disunga.
Yes.
I've been good to my neighbor.
Yes.
I've been putting in the work, but how come after all that effort na isanga fati wala. And sometimes we grow up in environments where you see what people might call like bad examples.
Yes.
You see the bad examples thriving and and living the lifestyle.
Yes.
So now when you look at that, you get discouraged to do the right thing. So in the song I say I create a situation where there's this guy who has a job, and he hasn't been getting any pay for months now. So he decides to quit his job because he leaves Panganda like every morning. And now when he comes back, the wife even looks at him in a certain way because she's now wondering what this guy goes to do out there. Because I'm the one to wash his work suits and everything, but we don't see anything at the end of the day. So I create that sort of scenario where this guy just feels like giving up. So in general terms, that is Wala Wala. Just a moment of honesty, questioning the system. The system might be society and its rules. So I'm now questioning everything because the people you told me are bad examples are the people I'm seeing living the lifestyle I've always wanted to live. Which is why in the second verse, I say, Pano nine law-abiding citizen, genuine businessman, footy then, genuine fiancé, no backdoor deal. As in, I've never I've never used any underhanded methods to get to where I want to get. But still more, nothing is coming out of it. Then I also say, Limbinje sheko kuvonse valea. Because I'm getting old now. It's not like time is waiting for me. So a moment of honesty where wawafe vulnerable and you express that towards whoever you think is the authority. It can either be the authority looking at society and its rules, like the government, or the supreme authority, which is God.
This is very well detailed, and I like the way you created that scenario. How did you create that scenario? Like, how did you put yourself into that man? Did you see a friend of yours going through that, or somebody told you a story? How did you just come up with that character of that person?
Yeah, that's a very important question because sometimes kula afyama thoughts that run in my mind, and then sometimes it can be a thought and I can write it down. And it's like one of my quotes. After 2 years I come back and look at the quote and maybe I might develop it in a song or Naranda Fatoke, it will remain like that, just a quote in one of my books. So in Wala Wala, I think it was just a thought that came in my mind. And then I remember there was a guy that wanted me to feature on his song, and he was just complaining. Guys, I don't know, I can't remember what that song was about, but one of the first lines that came in my mind was, how come if we don't say Wala Wala? So I never used that idea for that particular song we were trying to work on. And Shirei Vikafe aside. Then when we were done, then I developed Wala Wala. So I think it's also important to mention the producer. Exactly. It was produced by a guy called Twitch.
Twitch.
Yeah, by the time he was living in Chilabombwe. So we actually recorded that song in Chilabombwe. So it was just an idea that I had kept. Then we went to this studio. Then this guy challenged me to just do a song on the spot. So then I remembered to say, I got an idea at Wala Wala. Then I added the names. I added the phrase, how come if you don't say Wala Wala? So just painting a scenario again where I'm saying, but Lord, if the rain still rains on wicked people, how about me? Because I think I'm doing good, I'm doing right. So I was
also about to go to the technicality of the song, as you have mentioned the producer. So So you mean what came first? You had the idea?
What came first was the idea. Idea first. I had it for some time. I was thinking about it for some time, and then.
And then the beat. So that you had the beat right there in the studio.
Yes. So the beat, the producer didn't even hear my side of the whole concept of Wala Wala. The producer just put on a beat, and yeah, he asked me to write to it, but I already had the words Wala Wala.
Yeah.
So it was just a matter of putting it together, as in the chorus and the verse too.
Yeah. So tell me something about how you mean you did the song right there in the studio, because I've observed you the tour that I just mentioned from the beginning.
Yeah.
I used to observe you that you write actually.
Exactly.
You write your own lyrics.
Exactly. Yeah.
So did you write, or it was a freestyle like Jay-Z? Or maybe you had your time in the studio to write, or because you said you had only the chorus, Wala Wala. So how did those other the verses, how did they come about?
I sat down to write for about 2 hours or something like that. So I sat down to write the first verse, then got to the chorus, then wrote the second verse. The second verse was more of a freestyle, but then again I also wrote it.
Yeah, because
it's that sort of thing where you record the first 4 lines, and then again you do the next 4 lines, and then you do the next 4 lines. But it is randomly, so it was like a freestyle, but then again it was it was things that were well thought of.
Yes,
if you listen to the song, it's a story, so you have to sit down and write it. You can't really freestyle a story like that. There's people that have the ability, but I took my time to write it down.
Yeah.
So when I recorded that song, it was just one of those songs. I didn't even pay too much attention, or I didn't even plan for it. Rather, I just recorded it and went back home. So when the producer was done, he put it out. Asai fumiafe without my consent.
Okay.
And then, but he sent it to me. But then again, the way he put it out, he just put it out. And I didn't mind, because to me that was just a by the way song. So it was only after I started to look at how that song was touching people.
Yes.
Is when I thought, this is actually a big song.
Yeah, it is because for me it has got so much potential in all angles, like even in pop music. People like Michael Jackson could love that chorus is so catchy.
Yeah, exactly. Up to now, it's still one of my favorite songs. One of my biggest songs, I should say. Even after years, because it's been like 8 years now.
Yeah.
Even after years of its release.
Yes.
When I'm performing it on stage, it's people sing along.
Exactly, because if I was at an event last week, the DJ VGs was on stage. And then he bumped into it. He started playing into it, and then I could feel the people singing along. Personally, I just love even the producer, the work he did. That bass line. It's a very, very classic kind of arrangement. I really like, and I've seen you have got that potential. How can I say it? Which word to use? You have got that ability. For you, it comes so effortless. The way you come up with songs like Wala Wala and songs like Love You.
Yeah.
Because those songs you feel like, did you really?
Did you go through?
Or what?
I think the best art is art that feels like you are talking about yourself.
Yes.
Quite a while, when you listen to a song, you can tell to say, this guy is just acting. But the best art is art that feels like, wow, he must have been going through something for him to write such a song. that means nishire touching abantu.
Because I've seen people like me, people always say, why do you always complain? You suffer
Yeah, but
You're very right.
but if you look at the environment we are living in, 80% of our people, we can say they are not well off.
Yes.
80%. So meaning, if I talk about a song that highlights a struggle, the majority of our people will relate because that is the backdrop we are coming from.
Yes.
That is our background. So
Exactly.
but again, at the same time, Tina Demokolan that you know how I'm from explaining the song Wala Wala. So to you it might mean a different thing.
Yes.
So I don't really like to explain what I was trying to say in a song or explain a particular concept, be it the concept of an album or the concept of a song, because someone might have a better interpretation than me who wrote it. I was having this conversation with someone where I was saying Brock Nolunkumbwa, my recent album.
Yes.
I am still trying to like decipher what the whole Brock Nolunkumba concept is all about.
Yes.
And I'm still learning, but but concept of Minekodin.
Exactly, because someone like me, because I love languages, I love deciphering languages. For example, for me, if you say Brock Nolunkumbwa, I can still divide it to say you are broke, but you don't have ulunkumbu.
oh yeah, Brock Nolunkumba.
Yes, me I can put it in that line. You can.
Great stuff. Great stuff. Yeah. So if you're Baragef, we all have like different interpretations.
Yes.
So you know what eventually nice to conclude. When a concept comes, I'm more like just a vessel through which that concept is coming through.
Yes.
So when it comes, ngayapita, yaingira nomba mu bantu, people still have the liberty to interpret it in their own ways.
Yes.
When I did Vayubu, for example, sorry to talk about another song.
Yes,
but
people need to understand where you're coming from.
When I did Vayubu, it was just a song, Wayubu.
Yes.
Before I came to realize what it actually meant. So someone asked me to say, but how does Wayubu connect with the whole Brock Nolunkumbwa concept? So then I came to the realization to say, Wayubu might mean you are broke.
Yes.
So Samson in the Bible, Adi wa Mishishi. So his strength was in the hair. So I was trying to say, if the modern day Samson comes with a bald head, what is Delilah going to cut?
To cut. Yes.
So they know that if Bayubu meant you are broke, then what is the god digger coming to get? God digger alankon kashani when I'm broke.
Yes.
So the god digger has nothing on me because ndwalupala. So either Zamrock sarandi that Delilah teta derera balukusu, meaning a god digger cannot go after a broke person.
Exactly. This is a very, very mind-boggling arrangement because sometimes we just listen to songs and you don't know where the artist was going through. You don't know where the artist was.
Exactly.
You know. This is so good for our people to also dig. And talking about Brock Nolunkumbwa, as we are winding up, personally I love the album a lot. I love, apart from the song we did. I love. I was talking to James Sakara one time. We were in the car and then we were playing Patson Daka.
Patson Daka, yes.
Yeah, I said, this one, you were like, what was in your mind? Because that one you wanted to, like, I think, do you make music sometimes to prove a point?
Not really.
Even to yourself.
You know, yeah, to myself. Quite artists, as artists, we like to comfort ourselves to say, I have nothing to prove.
Yes.
I'm not trying to prove anything,
Yes.
but the truth is, we are constantly trying to prove something.
Because that's so when I heard it, I said, no, this one is trying to prove because it was serious hip hop, you know, somebody is trying to make a statement here. I said,
exactly. So with that song, I was trying to like talk about things that I wasn't able to talk about in the past 3 years. So things that were just bottled up within me. And then as I started, decide to find the right beat, the right time to talk about it.
Yes, I know you are a Gemini.
Oh yes.
That is one of our characters. We keep things.
We keep things.
Too much, we explode. Man.
Exactly. There's always going to be a time when you feel like, okay, now this is the time. So that is the time I felt like, okay, let me speak on these issues because I think it's too much. People shouldn't also look at me. I'm a person that ignores a lot of things.
Yes.
But people shouldn't feel free to just poke me anyhow.
All the time. This is the only thing that I only envy, that I can rap, you know. Because this is the only thing I envy about rappers, because you have your things to talk about and you can put them all out there.
Yeah, exactly. You can talk about a lot of things in a very short period of time.
That's a very good thing.
And then the other good thing about rap is you are not really boxed.
Yes.
To talk about one particular concept.
Yes.
I can be doing a love song and still brag about like how confident I am as a man. You know, and then quickly come back and say, which is why I need a girl like you, exactly. So it's Yadibako unorthodox.
Yeah. And one thing I like when I was listening to songs like Patson Daka, those are the things that I like about you, whereby you inspire me in a way that you make people talk through a song.
Exactly.
You know, that's what inspires me. You don't make people talk out of the blue. You make a scandal. So that they don't know. You make a song and people start talking over the song, so they listen to the song.
Yeah, because music is what I think is the only thing that no, understand, is what I do best. Music is what I do best. So you want people to talk about what you do best. For example, if I am in a relationship with a woman, maybe that's not my stronghold. So if I'm putting it out there, I am not putting what I think I am best at out there.
Yes.
So I have always wanted to put out there something I think I am good at. So that even when you judge me, you're judging me over something that I am a master in. So I hope that continues. Maybe before we conclude, that you want to conclude. What really compelled you to do your own version of Wala Wala? Because it's something that you, like you mentioned in the preamble.
Yes.
Something you've always wanted to do for over 7 years now.
Oh yeah. You are now the journalist.
Because it's been you and Wezi. You and Wezi. I think Wezi has also had intentions to do our own version of Wala Wala.
Okay. In this one, I was the journalist interviewing. Now it's a question. You are interviewing me. Okay, let me answer this question. I think even this is when I've just learned even Wezi wanted to do the song is because I'm sure she wanted to do it. She wants to do it is because that chorus has got something
in it.
And yes, musically speaking, it has got something. And the story, someone like Wezi, I'm not surprised because Wezi loves the real situations, the hardships where people are going through. She really likes those kind of things. Personally, me too, I wanted to do this song because musically, it has got melody. As we mentioned, the bass line. And then that chorus, to me, it always has something, you know.
Exactly.
Yes, it's very catchy chorus whereby
it's like it has a soul.
It has a soul, you know, a Zambian soul and an international soul. Because that song, you can play it in a big festival in wherever in the world. People, even if they don't know what Wala Wala means, they will vibe to it. Yes, that's the potential that the song has. And plus, on top, the story. The story is a very, very powerful story because, you know, as you have mentioned, this is the things that we go through. And then when you mention people like Pefias Lungu,
oh, exactly, those are real people.
Those are real people, those are stories that we knew, you know. I remember that was maybe 2010, 2009,
yeah,
when Pefias Lungu stories happened. So it's a song that really speaks, you know. And it's not only the only song you have done that speaks, but again, it's a song that I promised you.
oh yeah.
So it is also another reason why I've done the song, because it is also in my nature to fulfill promises. Yes, it's also not really in my nature. It is also something that I make efforts to be, you know. When I promise you that I will give you something, I need to do it even if the time has elapsed. Yeah.
I remember when you told me in 2015, I think 15 or 16 again, when you told me to say you had intentions of doing your own version.
Yes.
You said something like, I want people to feel how powerful these lyrics are.
Oh, yes.
And how powerful you are as a lyricist.
Yes,
so I was like, oh, okay. So
That's what I said.
Yeah, that is what you said.
That's the same thing
So
that
those words have stuck with me all this while to say,
yeah.
because quite sometimes I can say certain lines, certain words, and you say the same exact words,
Yes.
but it would touch more. It would people would be touched more than when I said it. So it would be more impactful if you said something to certain people than me saying them.
Yes, and again, it will be more impactful again when you say something twice.
Exactly. Exactly.
You
Yeah.
say it, and then somebody also says it again. So it puts that emphasis on the people to say, why are they redoing this?
Yeah, there must be something here.
There must be something. So it's just a very powerful song that there's, for me, I feel like what you have done to the song and the impact that the song did, for me, I'm just coming to give the people, to show the people that this is a powerful song.
Exactly.
You know, this is a powerful song that has been done, and we are here to cheer it up. For me, I've always been your biggest fan.
Great stuff. I appreciate.
I've always been a biggest fan. Actually, you know, for the people out there, I can just let you know that it's so rare for me to feature somebody. This camera, it's so rare for me to feature somebody in my music because I've always wanted to have a spirit to it. But he is the one who I've featured in my album, 2016 album, Great Work. He's one of the rare people that I've featured.
What song was that? Muchalo.
Yes, Muchalo.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
So, just because I featured you even in that song, just because and the theme that we talked about in the song was to talk about the future.
Future generations,
Future generations. So, I've always believed you are embedded with that full knowledge and that capability to speak about today, yesterday, today, and the future. So keep it up, bro, for what you are doing, for what you have done, for what you are doing, and for what you will do for Zambian music. Keep it up.
No, thank you so much. As we were talking about the Kuchalo song, I was thinking about something. Chatontonganyati. You know, music is one of the ways that guarantees us to say, even in future, to Kawako.
Yes.
Because our music is definitely going to outlive us.
Yes.
And so putting our soul in the music and ensuring to say whatever I'm saying and bearing in mind to say whatever I'm saying fika shara, and it will also have the chance to impact future generations. I think is everything. Because in that Kuchalo song, we were, before writing the song, you told me this song is like a prophecy of what is going to be happening in the next, in the future generations.
And some of the things you said that started.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah, I think every artist should bear in mind to say whatever they are creating has got the ability to impact future generations, and the music they are creating is going to outlive them. So, we approach it with the seriousness it deserves.
Exactly, because today I've just done this Zamrock album. It's because of the people that did it.
Exactly.
You know, there were people who did Zamrock music. So I'm coming today with this album called Zamrock Again. Is because people worked so hard to create something.
Zamrock.
Today we have heard even people like Travis Scott sampled the Zambian track. So it's because of the effort that people did, you know. So
nice.
That's
Zamrock. I've been a big fan of Zamrock. Big fan of Zamrock as a genre or sub-genre, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
And the people that pioneered that sound, I mean, Jagari Chan.
Yes.
But nakata ko beef yimo nakata ko beef yimo. I think Zamrock was too simple of a name.
Yeah.
Because Zamrock, meaning never Zambian rock.
Zambian rock. Yes.
So I've always felt it could have been given a better and deeper
name. Yes. Exactly. What you are saying is very true, because there's a certain philosopher, Chinese philosopher, who said the beginning of wisdom and the beginning of success is when you start calling things by their proper name. You know? So what you have said is a very, very important thing to say. Because when they coined that name, because that was meanwhile, you know,
but I think,
let's call it like this, you know, so it has to continue.
Or maybe they were trying to pay homage to Iraine Rock, Yabastre influence.
Yabastre, yes. Because all the people around that time, they were very much inspired by English, American rock. That's why even the Witch, when they came, you know, people like Jagari Chanda, is the name Jagari, because I believe there was that Mick Jagger. Yes, so even him, he could even get the name, you know, and Zambianize the name, because they were all looking up to people like the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, the Wax, so they could also work like that. So, and they really did so. Like, if we talk about the Witch, where they did albums like Lukombo Vibes, that's my favorite album, because it has got more of the Zambian touch.
Than rock.
You know, because now they wanted to make really the difference between the English, American rock and Zambian rock, really. So the Lukombo Vibes is an album that I can advise people to listen to from The Witch. That one has got a lot more of works from Zambia. But I really need to consider your beef.
I think it's too late to change the name.
Exactly. But I will take this issue to the elders. They need to think about it.
Exactly.
No, brother, thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure. I've had fun. Touch plan of that. Were exciting. So I had fun. And all the best with the Zamrock project.
Thank you.
We can't wait to listen to everything.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It will be soon. It will be out very, very soon.
Great stuff.
Thank you, guys. See you in 7 days. See you in 7 days.
Push the